And they've gone for the same character. Neither side's gonna want to lose this one. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Player 2 has the life lead. Starts off zoning with Fireball. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Does a good job of pushing back. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move where you're going to eat tons of damage. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. String takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. How will this impact things? Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Taking stock. The pressure is so intense. Will this super art connect? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Knockout and will we see a drive it? Springs forward with the drive rush. Going in? Player closes it with a classic corner throw. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes for the jump in to start. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? The jump in catches them. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Knockdown and... You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Looks like it springs forward with the drive rush. Very slick with the combo. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with the chance. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? They got a drive rush to keep it going. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to tank. Fireball punch charges up the plasma. What were they thinking? Dangerous range here. Forward rush. Even the slightest hit may end flatline zone. Player 1 comes away with the win. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Shoots on the fireball up close. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Player 1 has the life lead. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? The jump-in is denied. Goes air to air to deny them a chance. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Was looking for that jump attack. Goes for the super art. Their super art gauge is running on empty. Snipes them out the air. Player 1 takes a round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireball. Good parry here to try and make something happen. Pokes with a medium kick. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with the meter advantage. Drive rush to keep it going. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. They can't squander this punish counter tank. With breather, Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious in with the crosser. What'll happen here? Tries to act quickly but whips the attack. This is the ideal, but turns out getting up close and personal. This is a critical moment. Hits the drive, denies the jump-in attempt. Player 1 comes away with the win. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Backs away. Not about that BFF life right now. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Not a lot of damage dealt so far. No telling how this match will turn out. Gets a chance with that jump in. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Taking stock. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. in a dire situation. They can't afford any mistakes. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 in trouble with no drive. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Dashes. Overdrive Hadouken. They got the meter for a drive in. Closing springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 will drive KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Manages to block the jump-in attack. Projectile to try and change the situation. Parries the burnout activates. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Looking for a chance. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Goes for the fireball, which just hits him with a stopping block. Dashes. Springs forward with the drive rush. Medium burnout. Expect a tempo in there. Player 1 proved to be the victor in that mirror match. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? From up above. Starts off throwing with fireball. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Blocks the jump in. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. All right. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. They're not going to allow any jump-ins. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Projectile to try and change the situation. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Parries the attack. They're not afraid to let the overdrive arc fly, even when their drive gauge isn't topped off. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Both fighters planning something? Next hit will end the round. Goes for the Shin Hashogen. They gotta keep their cool here to win. Both fighters are just about done, but there's a... Ooh, double KO. You don't see that every day. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Shut that down with a pair of anti-air in the clutch. Looks like they want to put a new spin on getting it all on the drive run. Links it. Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. What's next? Their drive gauges aren't full. This means less resources to use when an opportunity strikes. What will they do next? All the throw connects. Player 2 is in a very good spot now. Cross-up attack. Oh, here we go. That corner is starting to look scary. Fireball pressure. Trying to wear down the opponent. Close range projectile. Just willing to risk it for the overdrive. They are not getting close to each other. Drops them hard. Player 1, and it is over. Player 1 comes away with the win. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Dashes. Barely blocks the jump in. Drive boosted Hadouken. Squeezes the gauge. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. Taking stock. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. Grabs them. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Shoots off a fireball up close. Parries to cancel the fireball. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. All right, what's coming up next? At this range, goes for the super arc. A quick breather. Drive runs to keep it going. Who will capitalize on an opening first? Snipes them out the air. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Steps back to start things off. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Parries the attack. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning step. Springs forward with a drive rush. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Drive hit burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Both fighters planning something? Looks like they want to put a new spin on things. Oh, burnout triggered. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game in there. Player 1 proved to be the victor in that mirror match. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done. The jump-in is denied. Denies the jumping attack with a jumping attack of their own. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Taking stock. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Alright, what's coming up next? They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. This is looking bad. What are they going to do? Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Perfect execution and gameplay nets our fighter a perfect round. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Projectile to try and change the situation. Drive rush to keep it going. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Quick breather. This is the ideal range to use burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Drops them hard. Life lead is there, but still fires off the Shinku Hadouken. Excellent read. So little life left. Shinku Hadouken. That's not gonna hit. Flatline zone. Player 1 gained a hard-fought victory there. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Player 1 with the life lead. Shoots off a fireball up close. Alright, what's coming up next? They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Knockdown. And the throw ends the round. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Nails the anti-air. Checks him with the projectile. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? Their spacing is so on point. They were right to be on guard there. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. One mistake here is all that's needed to finish the round. Drive rush to keep it going. A drive impact should end it all here. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. There's a change of sides. What'll happen here? Looks to add more pressure by parrying the projectile. Both absolute springs forward with the drive rush. What now? Nice fireball. The jumping throw. Critical art now? This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. What a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Goes up a bump. Jump. Close range projectile. Drive rush. Player 1. Perfect execution with the anti-air. They've got about half life left. What's next? Somehow manages to block the jump in. Clutch anti-air. Back to the court, solid anti-air. Getting it all on the drive rush. Getting the perfect fire. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? What's this Shikuhado gonna do? Throws them. Player 1 is in a very just what they were after. Player 1 survived that tense mirror match. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that football. Throws a fireball. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Player 1 has the life advantage. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Whiffs the throw. Life lead opens up. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. From up above, gets him. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Holds out with the block. Gets the jump in. Dashes. Still very early in the round. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Still scrapping for control of the space. Knockdown and good job escaping that dangerous corner situation. Jumps up. Going in. Jumps. Oh, burnout triggered. A quick breather. Their spacing is so tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. Player 1 knee charges forward. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? Amazing! Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. The drive impact doesn't work. Flatlines them. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Uses their drive game. Good parry. Player 1 needs to use that drive game better if they want to take things back. Dangerous range here. How did they read that throw? Amazing forward rush. Player 1 with a slight lead. Will they capitalize? Cross that off. Oh, the drive impact hits for a punish. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Neither fighter is showing any signs of backing down. Getting it all on the drive rush. Looking for a hole. Over in a flash. Player 1 comes away with the win. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Gets the combo. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Player 1 is just about out of drive out. Knockdown. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. No good up high. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? They're barely hanging in there. Can they hold out any longer? Will this super art connect? Perfect. Takes the round without getting touched. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Good parry here to try and make something happen. Drive boosted Hadouken. Sneaks in above. Bumps up. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Cross up. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 is working drive rush to keep it going. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 2 in dire straits knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blitz first? Quick breather. It's betting it all on the drive rush. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Put them on a t-shirt with that finish. Player 1 survived that tense mirror match. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Parries to cancel the fireball. Below heavy hits. Lots of aggression from both sides. Responds to the jump with one of their own to drop. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Forward throw, not letting them out of the corner. This is a huge chance to make a field. Life lead opens up. Nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Holds out with the block. Shoots off a fireball up close. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Player 1 chases them down. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Player 1 has the life advantage. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Goes for a risky overdrive. Will we see a drive in? Throws a fireball. Keeping them away. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? Finishes things off with authority with that big punish counter. This is the final round. They gotta lay it all on the table right here. Takes the opponent out of the air. This hits him with a stop and pop. Still slugging it out at this range. Big opportunity coming. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super art. Player 1 can't let this simmer. They got the whole burnout. Did they mean to do that? Player 1 super art incoming. Shakes things up with a fireball. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Backs off. The jump in is rejected. Player 1 comes away with the win. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Player 2 has the life lead. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? What are they thinking here? Nails the anti-air. Checks them with the projectile. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. A nice, chunky combo. Can they keep up the assault? Oh, easy 10. From up above. Very solid corner switch. Will we see a drive that goes for the super art? They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Player 2 will KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Sticks the combo. Sneaks in above. Jump. Going in. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Drive boosted Hado. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. They are really going at each other this round. The reads they make now will be key. Go cross-up attack. Quick breather. Drive rush to keep it going. Oh, let's go. Drops them from the air. Escapes the corner. Drive rush. What are they burn out? But they may have a plan here. Flatline zone. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Starts things off with a jump in. Good awareness on the cross-up. Presses for a lead, springs forward with a drive rush. Back to the corner. Forward rush. Fireball pressure. Trying to whip this and lead to some big damage. Player 1 has a big drive gauge lead. Here comes the corner. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? Shakes things up with a fireball. Burns a fireball at that range. Player 1 survived that 10 mirror match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jump. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. Trips them up. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Goes for the drive rush there. Knocked down. Picks up the win with the projectile. Good read. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Caught in the cross-up. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Player 1 can build off this lead. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Knockdown and Player 1 burnout activated. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Going in, player 1 springs forward with the drive run. Untouchable, impetuous, impregnable, and perfect! Player 1 gained a hard-fought victory there. They choose to run it back. Let's get right to it. Goes to the overdrive. Player 2 has the life lead. There's a corner switch. Gets the crosser. Knockdown. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Takes a trip. Player 2 can't let their drive game run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Well-timed corner switch. Tries to snipe some out the air. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireball. Player 2 can build off drive rush to keep it going. A drive impact could end it all here. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Goes air to air and takes their turn. What'll happen here? The corner throw ends it. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. Goes for the jump in to start. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Jumps. Hits the drive. Uses the parry so the anti-air in the front. Both are ready all in with the rush. What are they gonna do? Ooh, does them dirty. Oh, here we go. This can lead to some big damage. These guys are not giving more fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Slices the gastrointestinal tract. Where you put that MD and whooping ass to work. Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. Closers in. He had it all planned out. Player 2 survived that tense mirror match. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Jumps up. Still slugging it out at this range. Perfect air to air. Knockdown. Player 2, hold your breath. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Life lead opens up. Scrapping it out up close. Smart choice to use that attack to do chip damage and get the KO to take the round. Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Medium kick hit. Player 1 will want to take advantage of their meter lead while they have it. Jumps in. What's the next move? Jumps. Throw connects and does big damage. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump ins at this range. Shows a medium kick. What'll happen here? Baits out the low kick. Right read is there, but still anyone's game. Jump! Reads the jump in perfectly. This truck gotta do better than that. Good step forward run. Oh, here we go. Solid anti-air. Player 2 can't draw super hard incoming. Getting what a finish. Player 1 comes away with the win. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Gets the jump in. Sticks the combo. Stops the attack by using the drive kick. Checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs. Alright. Neither of them willing to back off. Parries to cancel the fireball. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Snipes them out the air. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireball. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. Good parry here to try and make something happen. Anti-air drops him. Hits him with a stop and pop. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Quick breather. Will we see a drive in? Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Overdrive Hadouken. Goes for the Shin Hatsugeki. Just goes for it, KO. Player 1 is the last fighter standing. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Solid blocking. Deftly shuts out the jumper. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Tries to turn up the pressure with overdrive projectile. Parries the projectile. Jump in, finds the mark. What's the play here? They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Not having the cross-up. Good parry here to try and make something happen. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. KO. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. A brave forward jump there to start. From up above. Checks him with the project. Springs forward with a drive rush. Uses the parry so the opponent can't get drive rush to keep it going. Connects with medium kick. Both fighters planning something? Goes for the jumping. Will we see a drive impact? Breaks the block with a throw. Super hearts on deck for both fighters. Forward rush. Scrapping it out up close. Player solid anti-air. Fires off the Shinku Hadouken. What a finish! Player 1 survived that tense mirror match. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Hits them with a stop and pop. Punish counter. This could lead to something big. Do some damage with that quick combo. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. There's the corner switch. Alright, what's coming up next? On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Changes the pace with an air dare. Taking stock. This is a tough perfect. Takes the round without getting touched. Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Drive rush to keep it going. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. What'll happen here? Good job escaping that dangerous corner situation. Springs forward with the drive rush. Super clutch corner swing. What's the next move? Barely blocks the jump in. Breaks their guard with a throw. Here comes the mix-up. Risky up-close scrap still going. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Will we see a drive impact? Adds a bit of OD spice though. Not much life left. The drive gauge difference could tip the crown zone from above. Cross-up attack. Burn out, but they may have a plan here. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Closes it out. Player 1 showed they are truly the best of the best. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Player 1 has a slight rising that they may sit on. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. That was a solid anti-air. The jump-in is denied. Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Taking stock. From up above. The pressure is so intense here. Checks them with the projectile. At this range, many a KO. Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Jumps in. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. There's an overdrive shorty. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Scrapping it out up close. Springs forward with a drive rush. From low heavy to Big throw. Knockdown and... One mistake here is all that's needed to finish the round. Zones with the fireball. Both fighters planning something? Drive rush to keep it going. Medium kick. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins. Like this is gonna hurt. The pressure must be driving them nuts. All in with flatlines though. Player 1 comes away with the win. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Barely blocks the jump-in. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Will gain control of the match in the early going. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Gets a chance with that jump-in. Trips him up. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Taking stock. Neither of them willing to back off. Intercepts. Slick anti-air finish. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Oh, with the throw. Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Knockdown. Throws a fireball. Blocks the ambiguous crossover. Medium kick. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive catches. Denies the jump-in. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Player 2 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. Oh, there's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Experiencing burnout. Oh, no question whether this super art is going to kill or not. Put them on a t-shirt with that finish. Player 1 comes away with the win. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Time to get down to business. The first round starts now. Parries the attack. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Still slugging it out here. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Was looking for that jump attack. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. The jump-in is denied. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Burnout is triggered. Takes a trip. Holds out with the block. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. From low heavy to... Player 1 can't afford mistakes. Jingu Hadouken. Goes for the super art. Oh, drive rush to keep it going. Oh, they're in the corner now. KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Barely blocks the jump-in. Oh, burnout triggered. Throws them to negate the block. Manages to block the jump-in attack. The throw missed. Going in. They back the opponent into the corners. Now to apply the pressure. Player 1 is dominating this match. In there. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Jumps up. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Sets it up. Goes for the Shin Shoryuken. They're willing to go all in here. Can they make the most of this? All in with the rush. Overhead. Jumps. Player 1 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. What are they gonna do? Solid anti-air. Nice fireball. There's the burnout. Betting it all on the drive rush. Burns out. And they burn out in sync. Okay, perfect execution with the anti-air. A real test. Oh, you're grounded. Player 1 showed they are truly the best of the best.
top like a rocket ship.
Training room.
Survivalist, heroic as a tolerance. Earn my stripes 'cause you know I'm doing it with this.
力を見せるわよ
Young, super hard-headed. Call me crazy, but you is not my psychiatrist.
Here comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Player 1 with the life lead. Backs them into the corner. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Throws him down. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Taking stock. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. From up above. Left off the projectile to waste time. Knockdown. Next hit will end the round. Barely KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player 2 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Risky up-close scrap still going. Blocks it. Breaks the block with a rough drive rush to keep it going. Going in, player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive 10 show. The low. They've got the meter for this is gonna hurt. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Oh, looking for the definitive end to this round with the level 3 super. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Oh, plot twist. Ooh, does him dirty. Knew the throw was coming. Shakes things up with the fireball. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. Reads the throw and escapes. Player 1 can't use drive anymore. What are they gonna do? Ooh, what a smart throw. Did we see it? The low block. Drops him hard. Oh, they changed sides. Drops him from the air. Going in. What anti-air? I can't believe knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Links it. Connects with the throw. It is over. That was a fight heard round the world. Yo, pop that. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that good back. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? The jump-in is denied. Starts off zoning with fireballs. Big counter. Got a ton of damage off that open. Can they do it again? KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. From up above, are we going to see some fireworks here? Player 1 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Super clutch corner. Follows up and tags on the lightning kick for Rock. A Shogeki. And now, the fighters return to the middle of the stage. Grabs and throws them away. Going in, springs forward with the drive rush. Barely all the throw connects. Drive rush to keep it going. Burnout. Quick KO. Player 1 brings it. How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round one.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book, checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. Both sides looking for an opening. No good up high. What are they thinking here? Blocks the jump in. The jump in is denied. The low heavy hits. Oh, easy tech. Holds out with the block. Grabs him. Player one chases them down. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. And the throw ends the round. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player one did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. Smart play with the throw. A drive impact could end it all here. Not much life left, but their draw usage may surprise them open with a Shoryuken. Genius read. This releases some big damage. Fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. A real test drops them from the air. Medium kick. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Still plenty of time left. It's a good spot to use the super. Start the tune. Just Kimberly's ready to feast. Bruce in Ninja Star Cypher. And this is only the beginning. Okay, forward rush. Impact squash. No way. No signs of letting up from out of the corner. Forward throw. Laying the pressure on Finn. Knocks him out of the air. This is the Sabrosum. Yo! Critical art now? Press them with a critical art. Such a smart play to go for this situation. Fighting back against the odds and giving them a chance to win this. Gets them with a Euro step. Players all in with a rock. This is, are you serious? That comeback was unreal. We just saw this fighter play out of it. Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Starts with a jump in. Handily escapes the throw. No good up high. Checks with a projectile. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? From up above, somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Gets the knockdown and now reads their mind and texts the throw. Sticks the jump in. Jumps in. Genius read. Had the KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for the jump in to start the round. Shoots off a fireball up close. Grabs them. Will gain control of the match in the early going. Dashes forward. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. What's the next move? Both sides have the super gauge max and springs forward with the drive rush. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Jumps up. Both fighters planning something? Their will to Jingu Hadouken. That's not gonna hit. Will we see a drive impact? Knocked them out of the air. A gutsy fireball gives them the round. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Immediate jump. That's a counter. Barely blocks. Oh my god, what a throw set. Gets the counter hit. Plus out the OD Hado. Player 2 has solid anti-air. Drops them from the air. Sets up with the jump in. Anti-air in the cut. Only the best Shin Ashogaki. This could be make or break. Uses a fireball at that range. Woo! I dare you to find me a better.
Here comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Opts for the throw. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Gets backed into the corner with pressure, answers that jump in with a perfectly timed parry. They made it look easy. Jump in finds the mark. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Throws them. What's next? Knockdown. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big hit. Digs in deep to get that drive. Goes for max damage output with the uppercut. A quick breather. Rear F springs forward with the drive rush. Sneaks in the throw. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Gets the jump in. Both fighters are looking for a smart play to stop the opponent. Fire the Tiger. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner. What'll happen here? Jones with the fireball. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Uses the gauge for a super art. Oh, is this it? Or are they still in this? And it's just enough. Solid read on the bars. Player 1 took no time to finish that fight. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. He takes the chance to hurt him. Backs them into the corner. They were ready for the air attack. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. difficult situation for a throw. Can't tech the throw. Had the radar up and running. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? The jump attack's good. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Jumps in. Grabs him. Tiger knee to the sternum. From upstairs. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Mixing it up with low tiger shot. Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Going in. Fires a tiger shot. Gets a risky buff in. Perfect execution with the anti-air. And they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deep. They were not cleared for takeoff. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Tries to make something happen with an overdrive arc. Connects with medium kick. Breaks the block with a throw. All in with a rush. Medium kick hits. Reads the jump in perfectly. Both fighters have a full fist and leads some big damage. Your fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Spends it all on the super. Not one bit about it. Back to the corner. Are we gonna play impact peekaboo? Lynching. A back throw for damage and vital positioning. Are we gonna see a comeback here? This is so tense. Amazing. Break through with the throw. Player 1.
Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. Takes a trip. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Does a good job of pushing back. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Snares them. Sticks the jump in. Knockdown. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? The jump in catches them, and the throw ends the round. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Had the radar up and running. Taking them to cloud 9. Throws them to negate the block. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Shoots off a fireball up close. Gets the jump in. Uses the gauge for a super arc. Sets it up. Goes for the Shin Shoryuken. They're willing to go all in here. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Going in? They've got the meter for a drive impact. Gotta be careful. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Player 1 will opt for the critical art. Yo, we're dealing with a real gambler here. Low on life and is still willing to risk it all on this critical art to deal the cash money damage they need. Okay, here we go. Player 1 can't burn out, but they may have a plan here. Getting perfect use of the corner is rewarded with the win this round. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Decides not to rush in without a plan. Crowns him from above. Player 2 with a slight lead. Willed it all in with a rush. All the throw connects. Sets up with the jump in. taking chunks out of each other here. Player 2 can't use drive anymore. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Player 2 is dangerously close to running out of drive. Keeps them out. Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? Both sides getting ready. Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? What a finish! Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Tries to get a breather with a projectile. Responds to the jump with one of their own to drop it. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. The jump-in is denied. Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. The counter is blocked. We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. And the throw ends the round. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Took him to the corner in a flash. Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 2 can build off this lead. Barely blocks the jump-in. A quick breather. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Checks with a medium kick. The throw is denied. Threads it cleanly. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Immediate jump-in. Superb reactions on display. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Do it to them. Show the people what they came to see, Ryu. That corner is starting to look stomping on the skull. A jump. Escapes with the reversal. Great job in escaping that corner. All in with the rush. What's next? Forward rush. Player 1 still has a chance, would have anticipated that throw. Oh, drive rush. Somehow cross up, and what a finish! Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
First untrained match. Track training. Training room.
I'm like a diamond in a
力を見せるわよ
But life's been trying me, I learned all my lessons. I realized
Here comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Saw that low heavy coming. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Backs them into the corner. Starts with a jumper. Projectile to try and change the situation. Got their eye on the air. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Knockdown. That drive impact doesn't get through. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. Feeling out the spacing. Alright, what's coming up next? Get Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Checks him with the projectile. Sticks the jump in. Player 1 can build off this lead. Parries the projectile. They decide to take a breather to regroup. Grabs and throws them away. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. There's a change of sides. Denies the jump in. Medium kick hits. Very slick with the combo. Player 2 is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a comeback using their drive. Attempts to break the stalemate. Anti-air in the gut. Life leak knocks them out of the air. A jump in. He closes it out. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Jump. Jump in. Both fighters look to set things up as they continue to jostle for position. Triangle from above. Player 1 is on the brink of disaster. Okay, here we go. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Drops them hard. Keeps them out. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Reads the jump in perfectly. No way. No signs of letting up from out of the corner. Throws them. Amazing. Blocks the drive reversal. Plenty of health. Full gauges. Let's go. Do we see a drive impact here? The jump in is denied. Turns out. Oh, putting the cherry on top. The super hit. It's gonna be enough to kill. Does not leave anything to chance with that super finish. Get that bank account ready because that fight was easy money.
Another fight is coming your way.
HP maxed, side quests done, and the skill tree's fully unlocked. Let's get it on.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Throws him down. Still slugging it out here. The low is denied. What's the play here? Blocks the jump in. Goes for the throw. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. Player 2 is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. Changes the pace with an air-to-air. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Not much drive gauge to work with for both fighters here. Will we see a drive hit? Going in, player 2 will have to fight back to closes with the throw. Hitting him with the smart stuff. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Nice cross-up. Scrapping it out up close. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Quick breather. Grabs and throws him away. Jump. Barely blocks the jump in. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Genius read. A drive impact could end it all here. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner. Anticipated that throw. Player 1 had knocked him out of the air. Can they create an op? They're going for the super art. All in with the rush. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. What a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Open, reads the jump in perfectly. Hits the overthrow throw out of the telephone. Player 1 with the lead. Will anti-air in the clutch. Oh man, this is a scary range. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Things are perfect execution with the anti-air. All the throw connects. Both sides and looking to slice off the limb with a what a finish. Player 1 was an absolute
challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight? Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Goes for the throw. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Opts for the throw. Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. Responds to the jump with one of their own to drop. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. Taking stock. Got their eye on the air. Reads them. Squeezes the gauge. Throws them. What's next? Life lead opens up. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Blocks it. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Dashes up. Counters with amnesia. Nice lead. Grabs them. The fighters continue to check each other. Hits them with a stop and pop. Burnout activates. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Picks up the counter. Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. What's the next move? They're both driveless. This is gonna get messy. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. No way. No signs of letting up from out the corner. Player 2 will need to use their meter here wisely. Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
始めようか。
Round one.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. They're really being worked over in the corner. Neither of them willing to back off here. Box him with the target combo. Gets the jump in. Did well to get the buff in. Life lead opens up. Burnout activates. Sticks the combos. Keeping them away. Trying to read each other here? Hold your breath. Goes for the jump in. A quick breather. Player 1 has depleted their drive. Finishes it with anti-air. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Jumps up. Very solid corner speed. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner. Hits him with a stopping bomb. Player 1, burnout triggered. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. Solar plexus strength. Combo. Let's go. All the throw connects. Both players all out of drive gauge. Jump hard. Oh, here we go. Low heavy. Player 2 has depleted their drive gauge, but there's what a finish! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Keeps them out. Close range project connects with the throw. Fireball into the corner. They're trying to force the opponent into making a mistake. Linksing. Putting the cherry on top. Slices the gastrointestinal tract. Using that empty and whooping ass to work. Player 2 needs to take advantage of this forward rush. All the throw connects. Player 2 can't. This is gonna hurt. Getting up close and personal. Player 2 maybe an anti-air in the butt. Noticeable life lead is a no hesitation or regret. Hits him with that NSFW. Sends him a personalized telegraph with that frightening critical. Can they muster up the nerves to fight back and take this round? The super's blocked. No one could have called that. Player 2 clinches the win, but that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called.
Here comes a new challenger.
It's time to see what both fighters have in store for us today.
Round one.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Starts with a jumper. They were ready for the air attack. Backs them into the corner. Jump in finds the mark. All right. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Good anti-air. Knockdown. Gets the jump in. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Jump in. What'll happen here? A drive impact KO! Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Long low attack hits. Dashes forward. Throws them to negate the block. Player 1 chases. Oh, what's this? Digs in deep to get that drive in. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner's looking to impress with this super. Taking the fight to a whole new level with Enfu Hanasakura. Their will to win is experiencing burnout. Ooh, there's a side switch. This could wins out in the battle of the skies. Player 1 took no time to finish that fight. It's time to see what both fighters have in store for us today.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Solid combo. Throws him. What's next? Solid blocking. Knockdown. Burnout is triggered. Throws them to negate the block. Got their eye on the air. KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Jinrai kick from and flies them open with a Shoryuken. Still slugging it out at this range. Does a good job. Drive rush to keep it going. Jump? Which way you gonna block? A quick breather. Big throws. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Breaks the block with a springs forward with a drive rush. Good decision with that throw. What'll happen here? Scrapping. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Back to the court. Reads the jump in perfectly. The pressure must be driving them nuts. Closes it out. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Solid blocking. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Difficult situation for a throw. There's a corner switch. Throws him down. What's the play here? Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Side switch with the back throw, looking for a chance to gain the upper hand. Knockdown. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Had the radar up and running. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Ends with a projectile. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Ooh, there's a side switch. This could be big. Doesn't miss a beat. Breaks their guard with a throw. Here comes the mix-up. Hits them with a stopping block. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The win all in with a rush. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Oh, here we go. Gotta do better than that. Meets them air to air. Jump. Wraps it up with a throw. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Back at the start. They're not taking this can lead to some big damage. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Sets it up. Goes for the Shin Shoryuken. They're willing to go all in here. We see a drive impact here. Connects with the throw. Knew the throw was coming. Somehow manages to block the jump in. Player 1 all in with the rush. Ooh, what a smart throw. Oh my God, what a throw tech! Can they use their drive to stage a comeback? Quick dash! Noticeable life lead is a comeback still links it! Flatline zone! Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
になりそうだ
Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. They're not going to allow any jump-ins. That was a solid anti-air. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Trips him up. The throw is escaped. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Had the radar up and running. Very solid corner switch. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Oh, easy tech. Big counter. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Both fighters planning something? The kick hits! Player 2 hits some always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Projectile to try and change the situation. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? What'll happen here? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Jump! Quick breather. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Smart play with the throw. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? Connect with medium kick. It's a good spot to use the super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Player 2 might have just shifted this round into high gear. We have a super art on deck. Knocked him out of the air. Will we see a drive impact? All in with a rush. Looking for a chance. Then tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Player 2 is in a bit, reads the jump in perfectly. What now? The throw is denied. Breaks it. Player 2 with the rhythm dropping hard. Taking chunks out of each other here. Player 1 walls flat into the guard break. Super art to show up what a PhD and fighters can do for you. Blue Shade Scramble. That combo finishes it. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Drives it back, misses. Here comes a big combo. Anti-air in the clutch. Tricky hidden variable. Looking for a solid anti-air. Look while they're blinking. Somehow all in with a rush. What's next? Great job in escaping that corner pressure and moving back. Leg shake. Oh my God, they just choked it up. What now? They gotta go. Drive it back, misses. Doesn't touch the throw. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real...
comes a new challenger.
And they've gone for the same character. Neither side's gonna want to lose this one. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Definitely saw that counter coming. Burnout is triggered. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Taking stock. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Sticks the combo. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Decides to buff up while they can. There's burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 1 has depleted their drive KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Brushes that off and keeps going. Shows a medium kick. Dashes up. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. This is the time to use fireballs to chip away at an opponent. Oh, could be the start of something. Going in? Blocks it. Gotta do better than that. The drive impact doesn't work. Both fighters planning something. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? Were they baiting them into that? Gut punch grabs them. Will we see a driving? Yo, critical art now? This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Wild line zone.
見事だ